Senna bateu forte.
Lap 7, Imola, 1994. Ayrton Senna Williams snaps sideways at 190 miles per hour. The world freezes as his heroic Formula One life, filled with countless trophies and triumphs, ends in one fatal crash. Before the trophies, before the fame, there was a boy chasing perfection. Ayrton Senna da Silva was born in Sao Paulo, Brazil, in 1960. From his start, he was obsessed with machines and movement. At just 4 years old, he drove his first homemade go-kart, built by his father. By 8, he was already racing, and not for fun, but to win. His reflexes, even then, were described as unnatural. Senna studied every corner, every sound of the engine, every inch of the track. Karting became his training ground, shaping his calm precision and his almost spiritual connection with speed in his teenage years. He dominated Brazilian and South American karting circuits, earning respect from older drivers who couldn't keep up.
Go-kart is the best school children can have to learn how to drive.
By 1978, he was racing in the Karting World Championship, representing Brazil on the global stage. Though he never won that title, it revealed something deeper: his refusal to never accept defeat. Senna's rise wasn't built on luck. It was built on obsession, discipline, and a need to drive closer to perfection than anyone else dared. That relentless obsession soon left Brazil's kart tracks to hit Formula One. Senna made his Formula One debut in 1984 with Tolman, a modest team that couldn't match the sports giants. But what he did in that underpowered car changed everything. At the Monaco Grand Prix, torrential rain turned the circuit into chaos. While others struggled to stay on the track, Senna carved through the field, overtaking world champions with surgical precision. Only a red flag stopped him from what could have been his first victory.
It's a good feeling because you know that people admire what you're doing.
That drive announced his arrival. Teams like Lotus and McLaren took notice of his raw skill and control in impossible conditions. By 1985, he joined Lotus, a team with the machinery to match his ambition. There, Senna took his first pole positions and victories, each one a masterclass in focus and technical command. He was more than fast. He understood every detail of the car. Engineers called him relentless, always seeking balance, precision, and perfection. Within a year, it was clear: Ayrton Senna wasn't just another driver. He was the next benchmark. But everything changed when Senna joined McLaren. The era of dominance began. In 1988, Senna joined McLaren Honda alongside Alain Prost, forming one of the most powerful lineups in Formula One history. That season, McLaren won 15 out of 16 races, and Senna took 8 of them and claimed his first world championship. His qualifying speed was unmatched. He could push the car to limits no one else dared to approach.
To the racing car, to the tracks, and testing or racing, I'll be in a better shape, I'll drive better, I will perform better.
Senna's driving wasn't just technical, it was instinctive. He seemed to sense grip before others could see it. Monaco 1988 became legendary. Senna outqualified Prost by over a second and a half, a gap unheard of in Formula One. Even veteran drivers admitted they couldn't understand how he did it. Between 1988 and 1991, Senna captured 3 world titles and built a reputation as the fastest man alive on a track. His intense focus, faith, and willpower turned each race into something personal. When Senna led, it was domination, not just victory. Every lap was proof that no one in that era could touch his raw speed. But greatness always attracts conflict, and Senna's fiercest rival sat in the same garage.
It's going to be constant attack, because Senna has got everything to gain and nothing to lose.
Now Senna and Prost were total opposites. Senna raced with emotion, instinct, and faith. Prost raced with logic, calculation, and patience. Together at McLaren, they created one of the most explosive rivalries Formula One had ever seen. What began as mutual respect quickly turned into open hostility, as both fought for supremacy inside the same team. Their battles at Suzuka became infamous. In 1989, Prost turned in at the chicane. The two collided, and Senna's championship hopes vanished after disqualification. 1 year later, Senna struck back, crashing into Prost at the first corner to secure his own title. The incident divided fans, teams, and officials, sparking debates that still echo today.
I'm far behind. I was right with him.
You weren't side by side.
But I was right behind with him. He moved to the inside line.
Off the track, the psychological war continued. Senna accused Prost of political favoritism within the FIA, while Prost described Senna as dangerously obsessed with winning. Yet beneath the tension, there was recognition. Each man knew the other made him better. Their rivalry didn't just define an era, it redefined what it meant to chase greatness. By 1994, change was coming and Senna bet everything on Williams. Because after years of dominance, McLaren's partnership with Honda ended, leaving Senna without the power and reliability he once trusted. Williams, armed with cutting-edge technology and recent championships, looked like the next logical step. Senna believed the FW16 would carry him to a fourth world title. But when he finally tested the car, something felt wrong. The FIA had just banned active suspension systems, technology that once gave Williams unbeatable stability. Without it, the FW16 was unpredictable. It twitched at high speed, reacted sharply under braking, and felt unstable in corners. Senna complained to the engineers repeatedly, describing the car as nervous. Still, he pushed forward, convinced he could overcome its flaws through skill and instinct. The 1994 season began poorly. Mechanical failures and handling problems left Senna frustrated but determined. He knew his rivals, especially Schumacher and the Benetton, were already pulling ahead. Yet Senna's mindset never changed. He believed that with enough laps, enough control, he could still tame the machine. He always believed control was his gift, but nothing could prepare him or the world for what came next.
First of all, few people in life have the opportunity to do what they want to do and to have their profession, what was their hobby.
The 1994 San Marino Grand Prix weekend began with tension. On Friday, Senna watched teammate Rubens Barrichello crash violently into a barrier. The young driver survived, but it shook the paddock. Then on Saturday, Austrian driver Roland Ratzenberger was killed during qualifying. Senna was devastated. He visited the crash site, silent, distant, visibly burdened by what he had seen. That night, he confided in friends and engineers, questioning whether Formula One was pushing too far. On race morning, he sat quietly in the Williams garage, unusually withdrawn. Some say he told his girlfriend he didn't want to race, but he did. When the lights went out, Senna led from the start. On lap 7, his car approached the Tamburello corner at 190 miles per hour. Without warning, the steering column failed, and Williams veered off track and hit the concrete wall. The impact was instant. Marshals rushed in, but it was already too late. The world's fastest driver had taken his final lap. But Senna's story didn't end at Tamburello. The shock of Ayrton Senna's death rippled across the globe. In Brazil, 3 days of national mourning were declared. Over 3 million people lined the streets of Sao Paulo to watch his coffin pass, a sea of yellow and green waving in silence. For his country, Senna had been more than a driver. He was hope in motion, proof that greatness could rise from struggle. In Formula One, his loss forced an immediate reckoning. The FIA overhauled circuit safety, introduced stronger car structures, redesigned barriers, and mandated new crash tests. No driver would die in a Formula One race for more than a decade after. But Senna's legacy isn't just found in regulations, it's in spirit. His relentless pursuit of perfection became the benchmark for champions who followed. Schumacher, Hamilton, Verstappen, they all cite him as the one who redefined what it meant to chase the limit. Even now, every driver who straps in knows Senna's standard still drives the sport forward. Decades later, his loss still echoes through every corner. But which moment reminds you why he'll never be forgotten? Let us know in the comments down below.